Man, I wish I was Joe Morgan right now, dude. I really wish I had a freaking cigarette right now. I just got super duper stressed out because of this stupid freaking interview that I had. Listen, I'm not going to say where, and I'm not going to exactly say my profession that I'm trying to get into. Let's just say that one of the questions they asked me was, if I had other plans on that day, on my day off, what would I do? I said if it was not a family emergency that just happened, or if it's not something I decided to plan out 2 to 3 years in advance, I'm always available. I'll do a graveyard shift. I'll do freaking midday shift. I'll do whatever, right? Tell me why that was an unacceptable freaking answer. Listen, if anyone asks you that, lie to them and say, I will always come into work. Because guess what? If you plan for something for 2 to 3 years in advance, and they have the balls to ask you to come in to work, just say I can. And if they say I really do need you, or you're fired, say okay. Okay. That's insane. It's insane in the membrane. Are you kidding me? Why the hell do you expect anybody? See, this is why us Zoomers will probably never be able to uh, get America out of the shithole that it is right now. Because if you're asking me to make that big of a sacrifice, you're crazy. 2 to 3. I know I'm going to get a lot of old fuds in the comments. I'm going to get a lot of conservatives, which I'm a conservative too. But listen, I want you to be in that position. Okay? Imagine you go to your favorite country. Right now, I would love to go to Japan. Right now, I would love to go to Ireland. Right? Imagine they say in 3, 4 years in advance, you say, I'm having 2 weeks off. I plan on staying with this company for a while, but in 4 years, I need these 2 weeks off. I got plane tickets. I got my passport. I got everything sorted out. I need these 2 weeks off. And they say, okay. And they have the balls to call you. You expect Gen Z people, Zoomers, who are literally quit on a drop of a hat, right? Oh, this place air conditioning's too cold. Oh, this doesn't give me enough heat. Oh, I just don't want to work here no more. If you do that to somebody, especially, I will say, what the hell is your fucking problem? That was an unacceptable response. I do now know that whenever I go somewhere else, I will have to lie to them because that's bullcrap. 2 to 3 years, I will not sacrifice a freaking 3, 4, maybe $10,000, depending on how much money I actually put behind it, vacation for what? Overtime pay? No. Listen, no. I do not want to hear anybody in the comments saying, "Well, why did you tell the truth?" Like, listen, okay? I'm a Christian boy. I don't like lying, okay? But like sometimes I guess you gotta lie. This is bullcrap. How is that an unacceptable response? See, I don't know. I think God was testing me to like see if I would like stop the interview or if I would like freak out or just walk through the door because like I was literally angry. I was thinking about just like walking out and like never responding to their calls, or like I was like thinking about like saying, "Hey, you should never work for this company. This is how crappy they are." But then I was just like, I have to disagree with you. And now I'm making a video about how upsetty spaghetti I am, but if people's expectations are to not go on a planned 2 to 3 years in advance if their expectations, sorry, I worded that wrongly, and I was about to word it wrongly too, but if your expectation is people to cancel their trips that they, in years in advance, said, I need this time off, if your expectation is to say, yes, sir, I'll come in right away, I'm sorry, but you're delusional. Like, no, I'm sorry, you're just delusional. You want people to do that? No, don't do that. I want to hear people be like, oh, when I was in the army, I didn't have no dates. Well, listen, okay, listen, I get it, but like, this is way different. Okay, I'm talking about a civilian job. Like, listen, I've made sacrifices where I went on a date and I said I gotta call my friends when I had like a month or two planned ahead. I'm like, sorry, this is canceled. I gotta go into work. It's urgent. Yada yada yada. But 2 to 3 years in advance, you're crazy. You're crazy if anyone's thinking they're gonna make that sacrifice. Okay. The boss, if a boss, the only way I would make that sacrifice, if the boss gives me a little, a little help on certain areas, then maybe. But I would have to really, really love that boss to do that. I really would have to love that boss. And let me tell you, a lot of people do not love their bosses that much. And if they do, then there's a lot of legal things involved in that. That I do not want to open that can of worms. But yes, lie on your stupid applications. How is that unacceptable? How is it unacceptable to tell the truth that says, hey, I'm not going to go in somewhere to my job when literally on this day off, I said 2 years ago, I need this day or this week off. Crazy. I even said I'll work holidays. I'll work Thanksgiving. I'll work Christmas. But if I say, hey, 2 years in advance, I can't work that day, that's unacceptable. No, that company is unacceptable. If I never get into this profession that I'm trying to get into, then I'll definitely talk about it in another video. But after I get out of this profession, I will probably tell people to never go to that position ever. Even if I do get hired, I will still be applying for other jobs in that profession and leave that company, because that's just insane. That's insane. This is why us Zoomers just don't understand older people. If I'm gonna have people in the comments, because there's a rule that says if you have 1 million people, you're gonna have X amount of whatever. But a person in the comments who's an old FUD, who's done that before, was it really worth it? Was it really worth it when you spent all that time on the airplane tickets, on getting your passport? Was it really all that worth it? Yikes.